Hi, Michael here, and in this video journal I'll be gluing blocks onto the sides that I bent in the last video journal. Keep watching.
Okay, before I start gluing the blocks on, I'd like to talk a little bit about them. We're going to start gluing on with the tail block. The tail block is made out of sapelli. It is 3 inches wide, 3/4 of an inch thick, and it is 4.5 inches tall. You can make your tail blocks pretty much the same width as your sides are at the bottom. There's not much of a change in dimensions as the guitar body progresses up the sides. The bottom of the guitar has a curve to the bottom, so it's not flat at the bottom of the guitar. I've got this gentle curve that actually matches the bottom of the guitar body, and I need to reproduce that on the block. This block, I've already reproduced that curvature. And this is the tail block, and this one is made out of sapelli. Here's one made of mahogany, and the bottom of the guitar has a gentle radius on it. So I've just got a piece of sandpaper that's taped to a piece of cardboard, and then it's taped onto the form that I used to assemble the guitar until I get the proper radius on there. Okay, I've gotten the sides trimmed down and they're in the mold, and what I need to do now is to start gluing the blocks on. So the first thing I need to do is to put some wax paper in between the sides and the mold so I don't glue them together. Alright, now I can go ahead and start putting this mold together. I've got the mold up on some little risers just so I could get that wax paper tucked in there. Okay. So now I can go ahead and take that off. The guitar body is topside down right now, which we want flat against the workbench. Tape. Down. And the next step is going to be to glue those in. I have my clamping caul and my sapelli tail block that has been radius to the same radius as the bottom of the guitar. Got my center line drawn. A plastic container with a wet sponge in it really comes in handy when you're doing glue ups. Alright, line that center line up, clamping caul in place. I'm just going to start with a couple of these little spring clamps, because that's going to want to swim a little bit on me. And we're flush against the workbench. Go ahead and put my first main clamp on there. Turn this up on its side, which I will do. And I'm just going to double check my center line down here on the bottom. And we're looking just fine. So I've got one clamp on there, and it's Put the bottom one on. Now we're just going to go ahead and add the rest of the clamps around the side. Got a lot of weight here on the back of this mold, so I'm going to take a 5-pound weight and just stick it up here. Can't see, so I've got a camera range on the shoulder. Okay, now that we've gotten the tail block glued on, it's time to glue on the heel block. The heel block is a little bit different. The heel block is the same 3 inches wide. It is 1 3/8 inch thick, and it is 4 inches tall. So it's narrower than the tail block. But it's still wider than the sides at the top, and there's a reason for that. So you want to make your heel block at least 1/8 of an inch taller than the width of your sides at the top, and that's because the top of the guitar has this taper to it, and the sides have a taper to it before they're bent. And then when we get the heel block glued on, you can see this taper that's created by that change in the width of the sides as it goes up. Well, the heel block takes up some room here. In other words, it extends back into the body of the guitar. As the sides progress towards the bottom of the instrument, they get taller. So your heel block has to get taller to match that. So you want to make your heel block a little bit taller before you glue it on. This gives you the opportunity to recreate that, to compound things. There's also, in my guitar builds, a 15-foot radius to the back. And this is a little template that I've made that has that 15-foot radius on it. And when I place this on my sides, the back is going to mirror this 15-foot radius. So your heel block has to also kind of match that radius. Make sure that you just leave yourself some room on your heel block with some height before you glue it on, because otherwise you'll have a dimple in the back of the guitar. Okay, I've gotten the tail block glued on, and it's time to now do the heel block. So my heel block is Sapelli, and she's going to go right there. Got my clamping claw ready. Okay, let that dry, take it off. I need this mold so that I can bend the other set of sides and get them in there. So I've got to get both sets of sides clamped up and ready before I can start the next process. Okay, so there's the first body out of that mold. Now I can start bending the sides for the second one.
Well, that's it for this video journal on gluing on the blocks. Next time I'll start working on gluing the side reinforcement braces that go around the inside of the sides. Thanks for watching.